My spoiled brother manipulated his way into my home and told my paralyzed husband to get a job instead of being a freeloader. So I showed him what happens when you bite the hand that feeds you. My brother is the only son in our family, so he was treated better than my older sister and me growing up. When our father passed away, my mother made me and my sister pay for his college tuition, because my father paid for our tuition until we graduated. Well, he graduated, but a degree is all he has going for him. He started a business right after college, but it failed after he spent almost all the money our father left to us. He's currently job hunting, and accidentally got his girlfriend pregnant. My mother wasn't thrilled about the pregnancy, but he remains her precious golden child to this day. And that's why she asked me to let my brother and his girlfriend stay in our house until he finds a job. Since I live in a big city, she assumed it'd be easier for him to get hired here. I wasn't crazy about the idea and even talked about it to my husband, who said they could stay in our upstairs guest room until they get back on their feet. When they moved in, they did the bare minimum around the house. They let their dirty dishes pile up in the sink, they raided our pantry and fridge without ever restocking anything, and they let their trash fill up the brim to the point where the floor started to stink. I didn't expect them to clean the whole house, but they could at least keep their space tidy, especially since they were living here rent-free. Obviously, I talked to them, telling my brother he won't get a job if he can't even take out the trash, and telling his girlfriend that she may be pregnant but she can still wash the dishes. They got slightly better after that, though it wasn't anything grand. Now here's the breaking point. During New Year, my mother and oldest sister came to visit, so my husband cooked and I cleaned the entire house. My brother and his girlfriend didn't bother helping. When we sat down for dinner, that's when all hell broke loose. For context, my husband got into an accident that left him semi-paralyzed for a year, and to this day, he still can't stand or walk for too long, even with his cane. He was very depressed when the accident first happened, and he's only recently regained his spark. So my idiot brother, with confidence straight out of his colon, actually said it was time for my husband to get a real job, because he can walk now. As if that wasn't enough, he said cooking is a weird hobby for a guy to have, and he also doesn't really have the talent for it, so he should stop. His girlfriend chimed in, saying she feels like my husband is more feminine than she is because he takes care of the house and cooks better than she does. She even said she and my brother keep asking my husband why he's still at home when it's been years since his accident, and that I'll leave him soon if he keeps being cooped up in the house. She then whined about how my husband always just smiled at them and never responded. I immediately stood up at that, took both their plates, and told them to pack up and leave. I couldn't even look at my husband. I was so pissed and ashamed of them. I told my brother that he had no right to speak to my husband that way when he was a useless child that couldn't find a job with all the support in the world. I called him an ungrateful, spoiled brat who can barely look after himself and stole our inheritance. I told him he was a freeloader who would never get anywhere and needed mommy to save the day for him every time. As for his girlfriend, I told her that the bar is somewhere below Satan's throne if she's the standard for femininity. I said all she had to do was keep her ungrateful mouth shut, and she would still have a place here. But since she couldn't do that, they were now homeless. My mom jumped in when I said that, and said that they meant well, because their comments didn't come from a bad place. I said if she felt that way she could house and feed him. I immediately saw her get alarmed. I yelled for them to get out and they rushed out with their tails in between their legs. My mom and sister left too, with my mom claiming I just ruined a good day. But I didn't let her words get to me this time because I was so satisfied. It felt like years of pent-up frustration had just left my body.